Just jumping on here quickly to give a quick update on the lunchtime side event at the UNECE 16th session. There was a side event, the added value of gender equality in resource management, and the guest speaker was the Minister of Energy, Mining and Mineral Resources of North Macedonia. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Sanja Bezanosk. I think. If not, please forgive me. So let me start here. When we talk about resource management, which include things like energy, mining, critical minerals, the conversation usually goes straight to things like infrastructure and technology and regulation. But that is not where the real story is. And at Lumorus, we know this because we've worked in this space for a long time. But this was made very evident from this session. The story doesn't sit in infrastructure, capital, technology, and regulation. The real story sits with people. And this session really reinforced that. And it reinforced something that we see every day in the work that we do across markets. And that is, if we ignore people, particularly women and young people, your project will fail. Maybe not immediately, but structurally over time, it will fail. And this was made very important from the session. It's very clear that gender equality is not a nice to have. It is not a diversity checkbox in this industry. It is a performance driver. And I want to ground this into some reality. As I said, at Lumorus, when we work on resource projects, especially across emerging markets in Africa, in parts of Latin America, the difference between a project that moves and one that stalls often comes down to one thing: community engagement and community alignment to that project. And who holds communities together? Women. Who understands the long-term social impact, family stability, access to water, health, deals with the health issues, education? Women. So when women are not meaningfully involved, what we see is resistance, distrust, and in some cases, outright project failure and project rejection. But what we find is that when women get engaged early, not as participants, but as decision shapers, when their voice gets involved in the development and the shaping of the project, we see something shifts massively. You get much better dialogue, you get more stable outcomes, and you get projects that actually last. And the same applies to young people. There is a tendency in policy and industry to treat youth as future stakeholders. That is a big mistake. They are current stakeholders. They understand the climate reality more than anyone else. They understand digital systems. They understand the challenges of outdated thinking. And actually, they challenge these outdated systems, to be honest. That's what I really should say. Not that they understand it. They challenge these outdated systems. And importantly, they are the ones who will live with the consequences of what we build today, right? In the work that we do at Lumorus, we find that when clients actively integrate young professionals and local youth in project design and governance structures, we consistently see stronger innovation, better long-term outcome, and easier adaptation within society and within the community. So this idea of gender equality and intergenerational justice is not theoretical. It is operational. It is critical. It changes outcomes. Now, what I appreciate from this session is that it moved the discussion beyond inclusion, because inclusion alone is weak. You can include people and still ignore them. We've seen many of this.